Hey, it's Shane, Point to the Word. I want to make a current event video real quick, having to do with like the Roe versus Wade stuff. I don't really get into politics or anything like that, so like I'm like purely coming from, just biblical point of view on this, and like, like I want to stress and emphasize like pure biblical like standpoint. Like, I've never voted before. I've been eligible since 2008 to vote. I have not. I've chosen not to. And I'm not even registered to vote. So I just want to lay that groundwork before I say this, because like people put you into camps and they'll categorize you and stuff like that. So I want to lay that groundwork first. So all that being said, I just want to give my take on the Roe versus Wade stuff. A lot of people, I follow Facebook a lot, and a lot of people are really posting today what's going on and stuff, and I didn't even look into it, some to the effect of an opinion piece or something popped out where they say something was leaked, and I mean, you guys probably know more about it than I do, and so some to the effect of some leaked out, and so they think that for sure that or there's a high probability that Roe versus Wade is going to get overturned, and blah blah blah, and so anyway, there's so many different camps that people fall into, with Christianity and whatnot, pro-life and whatever. And so I get it, and people are like, oh, thank God, now we're restoring America, or people just, I don't know, some people get too patriotic, or they make America into an idol and stuff, and so I try not to do that. I try to, and that's why I usually sit out of politics. I don't get into that stuff. I want God to be number one in my life, and I don't want to get sidetracked by the numerous things that could gain my attention. So anyway, so from a physical standpoint, I get how Roe versus Wade being overturned, from a physical standpoint, that's cool. If you think, if you do, look into some stats and stuff, 2021, how many abortions were there, and hypothetically, if Roe versus Wade gets overturned, whenever, I'm sure if you look back statistically, now, hypothetically, if Roe versus Wade was overturned, there's going to be less, deaths, and, I'm all for that, that's excellent. But I don't know, I feel like everyone looks at it from a physical standpoint. I made a post today, something to the effect of, it's not really, if Roe versus Wade gets overturned, people are, it's like how Jesus said in the Bible, how, if you hate your brother, you basically, you're basically, killing your brother, because that hatred's in your heart, and that's equivalent to murder, So, spiritually, nothing's changing, you know what I'm saying? So, from a physical, standpoint, lives are saved, and, praise God for that, hypothetically, this hasn't even happened, and so, hypothetically, that'd be awesome. But, spiritually, I feel like people, I apologize for, just being all over the place right now. But, I feel like, people have they think of everything from a, physical standpoint, and they rely on, men, and they rely on government, and, they rely on, this kind of, governmental system too much. You know what I mean? So, people are like, yeah, we got a victory, and, hypothetically, if Roe versus Wade gets overturned, you know what I mean? It's going to be a huge, celebration, we got a victory, and, et cetera, and from a physical standpoint, cool, but, that's not the end all, you know what I mean? So, it's a, I don't want to call it a small victory, because, life is important, absolutely, so I don't want to call it a small victory by any means, but, you know what I mean? I don't know. I see from the, spiritual standpoint, that, hearts are still going to be, you know what I mean? We save, some, lives and stuff, but, that's just the branch. That's not the root, the root problem, root cause, rather. And so I actually forgot to make my point, and I got sidetracked. So on Facebook, I made a post today, basically saying how, it's cool, or, even if Roe versus Wade gets overturned, the hearts are still going to be, geared towards murder, you know what I mean? And, Jesus is the only solution for that. And the reason I posted that is because I want to refocus, because people are, Roe versus Wade, gets overturned, and, that's a huge victory, and it's all focused on man. And, Jesus is nowhere to be found in that, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to redirect people to Jesus, and that was the whole point of that post, because it's, you know what I mean? People are basically, I don't want to say glorifying, but, you know what I mean? If Roe versus Wade gets overturned, then, I don't know, it's Jesus is nowhere to be found in that. And so, I don't know, I want to just, touch on those, this topic, because, it's a huge thing, if it gets overturned or whatever. And I don't know, I'm not sure it will, you know what I mean? If it does, great, but, I kind of, you know what I mean? You look at the world around you, do you really expect that, a good thing to happen? You know what I mean? I don't know, you want to call it, pessimistic or whatever, I don't know, but I don't anticipate that happening, and if it does, you know what I mean, it'll probably get changed back, pretty soon. So, I don't know, I look around, at the world around us, and it's that doesn't fit in. It seems like society is a little, beyond, the abortion aspect. It's we're a few steps beyond that. So that's just, odd that, Roe versus Wade would be overturned, but whatever. If it is overturned, praise God, and I don't know. I just want to put the focus on Christ, and that's where it belongs. And I don't want us. I mean, I can't, I can't change your guys, mind, and so that's, I don't know. I want to get this point out, because I think people are just, basically in two camps of this. You know what I mean? You got your people who are, pro, let's get it overturned, or, pro against it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I feel like you got these two camps, and it's overturning Roe versus Wade would be awesome, but, let's focus on Christ, and let's, focus on getting the gospel out there, because, when a person's, born again, and when a person, you know what I mean, like the Bible says that you become a new creature, you know what I mean, a new creation. So that's what changes people's lives. Like that is the change we need, individually, you know what I mean, through Jesus Christ. Like that is what we need, not so. And it's like anything else, like, okay, like, yeah, you overturn it, then what? You know what I mean? Like, are all of our, hearts gonna, not be turned to stone? You know what I mean? Like, it's like anything else that's illegal, yeah, like, or legal. You know what I mean? Like anything that's wrong in the Bible or a sin that's legal now. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, I'm trying to think of an example offhand. I can't think of a good one that comes to mind. Like that's a really good example. But it's kind of like the whole thing, like like weapons or something like that. Like guns. Like people are gonna get a hold of guns either way. You know what I mean? Like just because owning certain weapons are illegal, you can still get your hands on them. So you know what I mean? Like it'll still happen. And I hear it's state by state or something like that too. Like that's the minimal knowledge I have on the subject. But yeah, I mean it's then it'll go state to state, and it's still gonna happen. And so I don't know, like I just like I said, I can't change you guys' mind, but I do want to get this out there, just like a different mindset of hey, let's focus on Jesus and the gospel, Jesus Christ, and that will change people's hearts. That's what counts, and that's an everlasting change, and not just one subject change either. You know what I mean? It's not you can fine, overturn Roe versus Wade, but your heart may still be wrong or hardened in a different topic. So Jesus completely changes you. You know what I mean? So like that's the lasting change that we need in individuals. So I don't know. Like I said, I just really want to have the focus be on Jesus Christ and not government or judges or stuff like that on man, basically. And I don't know, like in my mind, you can do all you want, trying to changing the world and stuff. Like it's pointless. Like Jesus Christ will change the world, you know what I'm saying? So like you can try to, and this is, I don't know, this is my opinion piece, if you will. Like I mean, Jesus Christ definitely changes people's hearts. Like that's 100%. Like that's absolutely true. So I don't mean that like that's my opinion, but like that's true. But like my opinion is that you can focus on who to vote for, and go to all these rallies or meetings, or what I mean, like put flags or signs in your yard, or I don't know, like you can march side by side for certain candidates. I don't know, like to me that's pointless. Like that that's what I mean by that's my opinion. Like, and that's why I haven't voted, because I personally think it's pointless. But I don't want to put you guys in bondage. You know what I mean? Like you guys have liberty to vote for whatever. Like you guys definitely have freedom and liberty to do that. I'm not trying to put you under any bondage or anything like that. So I mean, that's my opinion. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. But yeah, like back to the main point. Jesus. I think that it's really important to put the focus on him and not man, and point people to Jesus, and not point people to, different systems or judges or, man, or, anything like that. So, yeah, just want to finish by saying, let's focus on Christ, and let's, try to, get that gospel to, others who, desperately need it, that, need their hearts to not be, full of stone, or, like, hardened hearts, just like we read in, like the book of, Exodus, and like Pharaoh and all that, or, stiff-necked people, so humility is definitely key there. God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. And yeah, my son, my 6-year-old, and I were actually reading The Prodigal Son, and I don't know, I like reading that again. Really, I don't know, it just really hits you. Like, you can read it so many times, and I haven't read that story in a while. My kid and I are going like verse by verse through Luke right now, and so yeah, I really recommend you guys reading that. I think it's in Luke 15. Yeah, it's really important. It really shows the humility that you need. Like, when the prodigal son, the younger brother, basically hit like this rock bottom. Like, he finally came to himself and said, hey, I had it better with my father, and then, he thinks about it and is sorry, and, comes back to his, father and, repents and says, I'm sorry, I'm not worthy, to be called a son, and so I think that's really important, and, that's the message that, we can share with others, that humility is really important. So, but yeah, I'm rambling. I'll let you guys go. Yeah, just, please remember Jesus Christ and, Him crucified, and that's what we need to share. Hope you guys have a great night. Bye.